The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious. Hold on.
Hey my cosmic cousins, it's your girl Nova Charm and welcome to another episode of Astrology Tea with Nova Charm. And on today's episode, yes, I'm diving right back into my Love Island astrology bag, okay? And on today's episode, we are getting into Nic and Olandria, or Nic and Olandria, or aka the Van Carthens, okay? Now, this couple is definitely the couple that came out on top when it comes to getting to the bag as far as the Love Island is concerned, okay? But if you had an opportunity to check out my original video, then you would have known that already. You already would have known that that was their destiny and that was what was going to happen, okay? That Jupiter lineup is something else, okay? It made me change up my whole little list as far as who I want to date, all right? But we're going to get back into their placements. We're going to talk about a little bit more about what they can expect for 2026. But before I do, you already know the drill. Go ahead and hit that like. Go ahead and subscribe to your girl if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this cosmic tea that I want to sip with you. Now let's get into it. Now I first want to go ahead and say, all right, this is actually going to be the last couple that I do this type of video for when it comes to Love Island. All right. Now, I did mention before that I might go ahead and do Brian and Amaya, but I'm going to just go ahead and put them in the cast of the Beyond the Villa. Okay, because I will be doing a video breakdown about what we can expect to see as far as the editing is concerned when it comes to the Beyond the Villa. But I want to put that video out a little bit closer to time when Beyond the Villa, you know, will be airing. Because I really just want to give this Love Island cast a break, okay? And a lot of their placements, especially with Nic and Olandria, really just scream, give us a minute. Okay, it really does. All right. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and review some of their placements so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. All right. So when it comes to our boy Nic, Nic is a Pisces sun and Mercury. He is an Aquarius moon. His Neptune and Uranus both sit in Aquarius as well. Okay. His Venus sits in Aries. His Mars and his Pluto both sit in Sagittarius. His Jupiter sits in Gemini. His Saturn is in Taurus, and he has a Cancer North Node, okay? Now, when it comes to Nic, I don't know his rising sign. I believe he is a Sagittarius rising, but I was not able to confirm, so I kind of just left it off the list, okay? But when it comes to our girl Olandria, she did confirm that she is a Virgo rising, which I love that for her because that puts that Pisces energy with Nic's energy right in her 7th house, okay? Right where it belongs, all right? That 7th house is that house of partnerships. But let's go ahead and get into the rest of her placements. So yeah, let's go ahead and break it down. Now, her Virgo energy is also in her North Node, okay? Now, in addition, she is a Gemini sun and Mars. She's a Cancer moon. Her Mercury is in Taurus. Her Venus and her Saturn both sit in Aries. Her Jupiter is in Pisces, as well as her Uranus and Neptune are in Aquarius. Now, she also has a Pluto in Sagittarius. Now, those are both of their placements. Now, let's go ahead and lay it on the line, all right? Now, when I first did Nic and Olandria's video, okay, I had told y'all that this was going to be that couple that was going to stand out, all right? Their Jupiters are both in each other's sun signs. And when your sun or the other person's sun lights up a placement on your chart, it brings out that energy more, right? So by it being in their Jupiter, which is that house of, or that planet of good luck, as well as abundance, not to mention, Jupiter can represent your significant other as far as your husband is concerned. It just gave me all of the feels that this couple was going to be the one that really just was able to monopolize off of that whole experience with Love Island, and that we were going to love to see them together, and that their relationship was going to go to different levels, okay, than a lot of the other couples that were on the show. All right. Now, this isn't nothing personal against anyone, okay, any of the other couples. This is just what happens when you meet somebody and their sun sign lights up your Jupiter. Baby, this is just how it goes down. It literally created a fascination with this couple. Okay. Now, because of the fact that the energy is so big, it definitely says that people are watching their every move. Okay. It really brings a big light to their connection and to their relationship, right? And you have people who are saying that they are a PR couple. Well, they are. If PR stands for privacy, okay? Private relationship, all right? They have a lot of privacy placements. They don't like all this attention being put on their relationship, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all the truth, okay? Now, I know what y'all thinking. They literally went on a love show, okay? So why wouldn't they want everybody to know what's going on in their relationship? Well, see, here's the thing. They did go on this love show, but they did not think that it was going to take off like this. They had no idea that their couple together would be this big, okay? So let's look at the facts. The facts is that they were really friends at first. They had that slow burn relationship. You know, her and Taylor were, playing around, because we all knew that Taylor wasn't really attracted to Olandria. We could tell by the way that he was moving, child, okay? And everybody is so happy that he finally went ahead and picked Clark and released Olandria from them shackles, honey, okay? Now, when it came to Nic, he was over there with his hands full when it came to Sierra. Now, a lot of us was a little bit frustrated when Sierra came in, because she kind of marked her territory with Nic. And as much as she tried to make it seem like she was so open for him to go ahead and venture out, she was doing little manipulative things that would basically set the tone for him to not want to venture out or be with anybody else. But even through that, he kept making it known to Olandria that, he had his eye on her. And he would literally be having his eye on her, or licking her toes or tonguing her down. Whenever he got a chance, the boy was doing it, okay? Now, for individuals like myself, we were definitely curious about that Nic and Olandria connection. Like, we were seeing it like, wait, what's that? Well, wait a minute, what's that? And it was really cute, and it was really flirty, and it was really that push-pull type of dynamic. But we all wanted to see where that could possibly go. Well, we all got the opportunity once Sierra was kicked off the show based on some things that she had said in her past, okay? Now, before Sierra had left, we had already seen that kiss up in Soul Ties, which was absolutely crazy, because you already know it goes down in Soul Ties, baby. And that kiss was potent, okay? Now, they both have Aries Venus, and that attraction was so real. And it was very much giving that energy with that kiss, okay? That Venus energy definitely gives that attraction energy. And that attraction was definitely off the charts. Like, if you have a man or a woman that y'all's Venus matches, child, that attraction is so real. I mean, you can see it with Shelly and Ace too. They have matching Venuses with their Libra Venuses, child. Like, that attraction is just crazy. It does go crazy, okay? I can't say that enough, all right? But after all that went down, they finally hooked up and gave the people what they wanted, right? And so everybody was excited and happy, but nobody was for sure as far as like if they were really going to make it outside the villa, because, it was just kind of like a little last minute hookup. But, certain people like myself was seeing the little slow burn, the little looks, and all of that all season long, all right? But there is a big group of people that think that this is just PR. They think that it's just fake, right? Like, it's no doubt that they are booked and busy. Like, they are the brand deal king and queen right now. All right. But this is because they just want to give us what they want to give us, right? They have very private placements, okay? They don't want to post a bunch of mushy stuff regarding their relationships, because of the fact that they just don't want to put all their information out there. Now, I done already told y'all, some of us Love Island fans, are completely parasocial and can be crazy cruel. Okay. And y'all come for these people like they not human beings and they don't have feelings. It's crazy to me. So when you have two individuals that have incredibly private placements and they are having their relationship scrutinized every single step of the way, they're going to make it a point to only give you what they want you to see. Okay. That's why people call them a business partners. Now, are they business partners? Yeah, they are. But what do you think that seventh house is for? It's about partnerships, okay? All kinds of partnerships. And just because you are in a partnership with your significant other does not mean that it's fake. It just means that y'all a power couple. That's what that means. Like, I don't know if y'all don't know how power couples work or not, but I mean, do y'all really think that Nic's dad was looking over Olandria's contracts just because he's a very nice man? Do y'all think that Nic's mom has a picture of the two of them in her living room just because it goes with her decor? I mean, the family gets it, okay? We are not a part of the family, all right? So we're not going to see it from the inside like they are, all right? And when I say it don't matter what y'all are saying about them, as long as y'all keep talking, these people are laughing all the way to the bank, okay? Nic and Olandria their bags are dynamic. Their bag from Love Island is completely outrageous, the way that they have been able to really just dominate these brand deals. And let me break down the synastry real quick on why they're these money magnets right now, okay? So as I mentioned before, that mutual Jupiter luck plays a big part in this, okay? Nic's Jupiter is in Gemini, where Olandria's sun is, okay? And Olandria's Jupiter is in Pisces, where Nic's sun is, okay? So do you see that literally kind of puts this good luck charm when it comes to their relationship? That Jupiter energy is going to bring you those big opportunities, that big money, and that fame. They don't have to fake it for brand deals. Their energy naturally attracts abundance together. So those brand deals are just going to naturally come to them when they're together and even when they're apart. But they are literally better together, okay? Now, for the haters that be trying to say that they don't have any chemistry, this is a damn lie, okay? They have a double Venus, all right? That fire Aries energy, like I was talking about before, it just glows on both of their sides. It lights each other up. Now, this is where, like I said, that kiss and soul ties came from. That energy of Aries is a raw attraction. It's instant and it is aggressive, okay? It is very passionate. And yeah, I mean, that's what it gave. That's what we see. But they're not going to be slobbing each other down every time you turn around on camera, okay? Now, Aries energy loves that chase. It loves the banter. And it also loves the challenge. It doesn't need to perform. It's not going to do the PDA for everybody to just believe them. It can have that fire behind closed doors and be perfectly fine. It doesn't have to prove anything to you. Aries energy is not about proving shit to nobody. Okay? Now, the literal reason why they are so private has a lot to do with Olandria's rising sign. That Virgo rising is very much a perfectionist. That's why she sits the way she does, why she carries herself in the manner that she does. And for some people, to them, it comes off like she's not able to relax into who she truly is. Everybody's sitting around waiting for her to quote unquote like slip up and show another side of her. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's waiting like, ooh, I knew that wasn't real her. But no, that's just that Virgo energy. Like that's going to give that. It's going to give that energy of, presentation. But another big reason is that Aquarius moon of Nic's, right? Olandria gives classic Virgo rising energy, okay? That's why she's not with the messy post. She's not going to do the emotional rants. She's going to post those brand deal and keep her private life private. Like she's going to post because she's thinking about this. Like Virgo energy is very calculated, okay? Then in addition, she also has that Taurus in Mercury. So she's thinking about those brand deals when she's doing all of this, how her communication comes out. She's, Taurus energy moves slow. It's not going to move fast, okay? and is very much thinking about those brand deals. Stop playing with her. She's going to make sure that she comes across as an individual that she cultivated and wants you to see. She's not going to give you what you want as far as her private life. She's not going to let you into her bedroom. She's not going to even let you into her front room. Okay? Now, when it comes to Nic's Aquarius moon child, he's always going to value their friendship first, okay? So to the outside world, it looked like they are just friends, but that Aquarius moon has the highest form of love, okay? And it very much does it because it wants to do it, not because you want them to do it, okay? So that's what that gives. They really are protecting their peace. They aren't hiding their relationship because it's fake. They're just hiding it because it's valuable, okay? Now, the question is, what does it look like for the Van Carthens in 2026? Because these transits are pretty huge that we are going through as a whole, you know, not just with celebrities or anything like that. Not just with your favorite people, you know, in your everyday life, you're going to have some pretty big transits as well. So I definitely encourage you, if you do come to my channel, to look at like some of the celebrity transits and different videos like that. I also make sure that you check out some of these transits for yourself when I get into like the energy videos. I definitely encourage you to look into those. That way you know how these transits are affecting you in your everyday life, okay? Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and be nosy as hell and get into these transits of Nic and Olandria, okay? Now, the reality check that comes in with them is Saturn is going to be on their Venus, okay? Now, you do know that Saturn will be going into Aries next year, okay? Now, with that being said, Saturn is going to be sitting right on their Venus, as well as Olandria will be going through her Saturn return, because Saturn will be in Aries and her Saturn actually sits in Aries, right? This is definitely going to be a make or break transit, okay? Saturn demands seriousness. Now, since it is hitting both of their love placements in 2026, this is a year where they definitely stop playing around. Now, my prediction would be that they likely make a major or serious commitment. Like they might be buying some property together, or just making that move to just move in together, period. Like, or they could even do a private engagement. Like, we would never know, though. It would be something that would be between the two of them. Now, the reason why I say that is because Saturn creates these binding contracts, right? So this is something that would be like locking in type of energy. Now, of course, this is all just with the thought pattern of everything is on the up and up in their relationship and everything is cool. Now, I do want to say Uranus is in Gemini. Is going to be hitting Olandria's Sun and Nic's Jupiter. Okay, so Uranus do bring sudden change. Now, what I'm thinking though is a lot of these placements is given like maybe it's going to be like sudden fame or viral moments. We should definitely expect a major announcement in 2026, and it's going to be big too. So it's giving positivity. The reason why I feel like it's like got some positivity behind it because Nic's Jupiter supports this energy, right? So it just makes me feel like this is a different tax bracket. Like there's going to be some major announcements. Like 2026 is going to be big for them. Like if we thought we seen something in 2025, we ain't seen shit yet. Okay, I'm just being 1000% honest. Now, in addition, that Jupiter in Cancer is giving happy home type of energy, right? Now, Jupiter moves into Cancer. Now, this is going to be hitting Olandria's moon, and it's going to be hitting Nic's North Node. Now, while Saturn handles the business, Jupiter brings in the joy, and this is hitting Olandria's moon. So this suggests that there is a deep emotional happiness that is in her home. This is given like a fertile transit and an expansion within the home, or an expansion within the root foundation. Now, I have to say, one thing about Olandria that I love very, very much, that I actually do myself, is she feeds into her Jupiter a lot, okay? She is very gracious, and she definitely speaks positivity. no matter how much shade is thrown at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still handles herself with a sense of grace, right? And she's very, very humble. When you hear her speak, she really wants to give back. Like, she really plays into that Jupiter energy. And I love that for her. Showing that gratitude really does feed into your expansion, and it makes things more joyful, and it makes your life more enjoyable. Okay. And she definitely does that. And with that Cancer energy, like I said, hitting her moon, it definitely gives happy home. Now, by this hitting Nic's North Node, it definitely is looking like towards his future. Like, he's definitely on the right path. Her moon sign definitely mirrors for him that emotional North Node energy that his energy needs to lock into for that North Node journey. Now, of course, we definitely have to look at those Pluto and Neptune transits, because those are two major transits for next year. So Neptune and Pluto are those generational giants. Like, when they touch personal planets like a Venus or a moon sign, it creates that movie star quality. But it also brings heavy intensity, okay? Now, Neptune, of course, which is the planet of dreams, illusions, now that camera and that Hollywood energy is moving into Aries. And like we talked about before, this also touches that Venus and that Saturn for Olandria, okay? And that Venus for Nic. So when Neptune, which is so dreamy and so full of illusions, it literally adds like a glamour filter to energy. And that's what it's going to do to their Venus, okay? Now, this is definitely going to piss some of the people off because it's going to give an image of perfection. It's almost going to be like even like feeding into more of that PR couple, because it's going to be like almost too beyond like too good to be true type of shit, you know? But this energy actually is going to deepen their spiritual connection. And they will feel like instantly telepathic. Like, they'll be able to read each other. Like, they already, I feel like, are able to read each other's energy without saying a word. But it's going to be just like second nature for them, you know, come next year. There's also going to be like this just magical energy around their attraction for one another. Like, it's going to be like a lingering attraction. And so, yes, they're going to be seeing a glamour filter on each other. Yes, it's going to have that same effect on how they feel about each other as well. Neptune is going to create that soulmate bond, that spirit. Neptune deals with the spirit. It's going to be that spiritual deepness. You know, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. So it gives that ocean, you know, that ocean deep depth type of energy. And it really does give like an illusion type of energy. So it's going to create almost like this fog, and it's going to come off as like a performance. And so people are going to really hate on that shit. They just are. Now, let's go a little deeper and a little darker with that Pluto, okay? Because that Pluto is about obsession, power, and transformation. And it is in Aquarius for 2026. And this is directly hitting Nic in his moon sign, okay? Because Nic is an Aquarius moon. Now, with that being said, Nic is typically like real cool, detached. He's that fun, funny guy. But Pluto is going to change that. All right. Pluto is transitioning that moon, and it's giving him that intense, y'all gonna stop playing with me type of energy. Okay. Pluto gives that power energy. And so he is definitely going to highlighting more of a serious side for himself during this transit. We are definitely going to be seeing a side of Nic that we never seen before, y'all. Like, when it comes to how he moves, when it comes to Olandria, he's definitely going to be very protective and even a little possessive when it comes to her. Like, he's going to be really shedding that boyish skin, and you're going to be starting to see him more as a family man or someone who is just like the head of an empire type energy. Now, her Virgo energy, which of course is in her North Node as well as her rising sign, is going to ground that emotional transformation that he'll be enduring at that time. Like, this relationship is no longer just fun and cutesy little relationship from a dating show. Like, this is turning into a real deep bond. This is definitely giving the beginning of an empire, and truly the beginning of an empire that is built by Olandria. Now, her Virgo rising child, yeah, it's going to be building that empire that she's always dreamed of in 2026. Now, Pluto will actually be in her sixth house around this time, and this will be trying her Gemini sun. And so this really gives that empire air. Pluto is definitely coming in and making those power moves, and it's turning that CEO focus on. Okay, so this is not just no influencer type of energy. This is a building a legacy type of energy going on right now with Olandria. So while Nic is working on his emotional depth and really bossing up into his powerful energy when it comes to his moon sign, Olandria is handling business, and she is busy work. Now, you know, when I did mention that sixth house energy is that daily work, okay? So by that energy being in Pluto, yeah, like my baby is getting to the bag, okay? So just in short, 2026 is going to be the beginning of an era for both Nic and Olandria, okay? That Neptune associated with their Aries Venus is definitely going to make them that glamorous and photogenic couple of the year, okay? It's going to keep fueling that PR couple rumor, but whatever. It's only because they're going to just look too good together. And Olandria is going to keep serving nothing but perfection, okay? Now, when it comes to Pluto on Nic's moon, that will strip away that surface level fun and force them to bond on that deep emotional level. And it's also going to force us away from looking at Nic as that boyish, you know, funny type of guy and more into that serious, powerful type of CEO energy. Yes, he's stepping into his manhood, okay? We are going to really see the morphing of the power unit, and it's going to actually be untouchable, okay? So the haters just going to have to keep hating. I don't know what else to say, okay? Well, Cosmic Cousins, if you made it this far in this video, I hope you go ahead and hit that like. Go ahead and subscribe to your girl if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this cosmic tea that I want to sip with you. Until next time, I'm out, Cosmic Cousins.